That's going to take the weight off your psoas. That's going to make your psoas activate, and that's going to make. Is that bothering you?
What's your psoas?
The psoas is the muscle that attaches from the rib cage to the hip. It attaches your upper to your lower body. The opposing muscle to that is called your quadratus lumborum. You overuse the quadratus lumborum like this, and you underuse the psoas. That makes your back hurt all the time. So if you activate it and you make it more equally, it doesn't hurt as much. And you guys are bent over all the time doing this. So if you work on your posture, just doing that alone is going to help your back. All right, so toe touches. We're doing it my way today though, okay? You stand in that perfect posture. You bend your knees and you hinge back. It's not a squat. Hinge. Breathe. Bring your hands above or below your knees. Now lower your torso as far as you can go. You can keep your knees bent. Only go as far as you can go without rounding your back. So, if you're looking down and you're running on the field, what's going to happen to you? Somebody going to take you out, or you're going to get knocked over, or you're going to wipe out. You always are in prepared pose. You're always ready. So you're always looking ahead at me, and you're looking ahead from your belly button. So it's this. Now come up. Perfect posture. Reach overhead. Lift from the belly button. That's your psoas that you feel. Breathe out. Bring your hands together. Drop your shoulders. Breathe in. And look up like you're going to do a back bend. Stretch your psoas. Keep your hips forward. Don't let them collapse. A nice stretch. You guys do this before you start your day. You'll be amazed. Nice over there. Open your arms at the side. This is called airplane arms. Breathe out. Same thing like we're touching our toes, but we don't. So you should feel that in your hamstrings. Everybody bring your hands above your knee. Everybody look at me. So we're going to do some pelvic stuff. This is a pelvic tilt. You're sticking your butt out. This is a pelvic tuck. This is cat, cow, right? You see that? That's a common yoga pose. Cat. Reason they call it cat is you go, cow. Now lower that belly. Stick your butt out. You're stretching all those muscles that cause back pain and quad pain and hamstring pain. Round that belly, lower back up, breathe out. Come back, cat. Feel it? Kind of like it a little bit? Now round all the way down to the ground if you can. You can keep your knees bent though, don't worry. Now roll up, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders back. Perfect posture. Reach up and back, breathe out. Now come down. We're going to go down one more time, and then we're going to walk out to something called up dog. Any of you guys know what up dog is, or cobra? So come down. I just want to see you all. You should feel this in your back, your hamstrings, your butt, your calves. Wiggle your toes. Just wiggle them and just feel your balance. Now breathe out, walk your hands all the way down to the ground. Now walk all the way out to plank. Right? Now drop to the knees because I'm sure you're sore. Nice, okay? So, well, up dog is literally, come up. Lift your body off the ground on the top of your feet. That's up dog. So I'm not here today to hurt you. I'm not here to get you, I'm here to stretch you guys. So we're going to do something called Cobra. So the hips are on the ground. Breathe in, breathe out. Push all the way back, child pose. Bring your butt to your heels. More than anything, butt to the heels. Nice. Breathe in. Now come forward and do this again, Cobra. Breathe out when you do it. Do very simple stretches that can make you feel better. So look over your left shoulder and twist your body. And then breathe in and look over the right. Can you kind of feel that in your back and your butt? It's a really good stretch for you. Breathe. So now come back, child pose. Nice, good. Breathe out. So come up just a little bit, and we're going to do something called modified puppy pose. This might help your back and your upper back and your neck. Bring your arms out further than you think you need to, and just bring your forehead to the ground. Keep your butt up in the air. A lot of yoga, you're sticking your butt up in the air. And then push your body weight back just a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
This is modified puppy pose, and it should feel really good. Nice. It's awkward. Breathe, forehead on the ground. Go on. I'm just looking at you all. Breathe. So come from puppy pose. Cobra. Breathe. Nice. Now come all the way down on the ground and bring your hands here. So let's do something called face down shoulder stretch. This will stretch you from head to toe back again, all right? So listen to my directions. Take your right arm out to the side, palm down, palm up. If you touch each other, you can scooch or just scooch your hand underneath. Your left hand is next to you like you're gonna do a push-up, right next to your pec, your breast, your chest, whatever you wanna call it. Bend your left leg up. Now roll your body over towards the right arm and breathe. You feel it? You don't feel it? You do? Yes, you'll feel it in your quad, you'll feel it in your back, you'll feel it in your hip. You want to get your foot flat, so lift your foot, get it flat, and then open the knee. Now come back center, breathe. Now the other side, left arm out. Your right hand beside you. Bend the right foot. And then lift and come on over, right? Nice. So you're getting your shoulders. This is a good way to prevent injury to shoulders, guys, because if you, I don't know, do you guys hit each other a lot? Do you get impact a lot? Do you get impact injuries? This will help you a lot. And if you do, I'm a downhill mountain biker. This saves my shoulders when I fall off it on the big rocks. This is my fixer, okay? So come back to the center. Do we like that? Do we want to do it one way each time again? Okay, so it's the right, was it right or left? Left, and then the right. I don't even remember. So I'm a bird brain. I forget, so sorry. Okay, right, left foot, and then come over and go. Roll over all the way that you can. Now, if you can't roll over all the way, the more that you do it, you will. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice. You can change the angle of your hand as well, and your arms. It's hard to do. You'll do it. The other arm open, the one that you're stretching to, there. Yep. Nice. Good. All right, come back to the center and go the other way. So breathe in, switch, and breathe out and come over. Good. Nice. Awesome. Yeah. Breathe. All right. So let's talk about some quads since our quads are so tight. Come back to your center. Right? So bend your right foot up. Stay up on your forearms. Reach your right arm around and grab your right foot. Now I want you to kick the right foot back and up. And come down. And then switch. So it doesn't have to be out. You can come on the inside. Cheerleaders, they call this windows or something as opposed to the outside. Right? But flex your foot, kick up, and bring your torso up to your foot. Nice. You can feel that though. That's your hip flexors. Now switch to the other side. Okay? Sometimes it's easier to do both if you want to try both. Okay? And breathe. And then you come up. Nice. Up. Nice. You're a couple of these. Nice. So part of yoga is we do offsetting moves. For every up, there's a down. For every in, there's an out. So for every round, there's an opposite. So we're going to do down dog. All right? So bring your hands, come up to plank. Breathe. Now push back to down dog. This is the pose that everybody in the world knows, right? So your ears should be between your arms, if you can work on that. You want to have a subtle pelvic tilt, not tuck. So you're pushing your butt out again. If it's super tight and you can't get your heels flat, open your legs a little wider than the mat. That's okay. Now breathe out and just push your butt back. And just try to let your hamstrings and your glutes relax. All right? So here, we're at down dog. Now come forward, up dog. Breathe, uncurl your toes. Push back to child pose. Breathe out. And then come up and kneel. We're going all, this is all kind of quad based. So hero pose is going to help your shins, your ankles, your quads, and your back. On the tippy toes. Hips forward, shoulders back. Just try that. Breathe. And then come back to that puppy pose. Remember the puppy pose? We don't go all the way down. We just bring our forehead to the ground. Our butt is in the air. Nice. That should be a really good upper body stretch. Now come back up, hero pose. Hips forward, shoulders back. Now you're not coming back. This is a quad strengthener. We're not doing that. We're stretching. So it's this. Now watch. You come up and you reach and you go like this. Okay. Now some of you can do it. If you can't do it, you can do one at a time. Okay? So that's why we're doing this, because it was really hurting you. The laying on the ground hurts. This is very similar to what we were just doing, which is bow pose. This is hero pose. This helps, okay? So breathe. Nice. Good. All right, come back one more time, puppy. You guys are sore. You're going to be amazed at how much better you feel, though, when we're done with this, all right? Breathe. So bring your forehead to the ground. I'm watching you all. Good. Nice. Breathe out, breathe in. Okay, so now come up to down dog. So just lift your knees up, push your butt back. All right, just listen to me because I'm not even going to look at you. I'm just going to coach you. Take your right leg straight up behind you. Don't let your hips do anything but stay facing down. Bend the right knee, step it through your hands if you can. And then drop down the back knee and then come up. Okay? So this is a lunge. This is a low lunge. Your arms are straight. The stretch is coming from the hip. The hip goes forward, shoulders go back. You should feel it through here. Okay? Arms come up. Breathe in, breathe out. Now come forward, bring your hands to the ground. Straighten that front leg and flex it. This is hamstring. I don't want you sitting all the way back yet. Although I guess you can if you really want. What I want you concentrating on is this straight legs hamstring, that back muscle where it attaches up in the glute. Flex the foot. Having loose hamstrings is going to protect your back, your knees, shin splints, and it's going to make you run faster, just to let you all know. While you're here, I want to tilt and I want to flat back. So now breathe in, come forward, drop the hip. It's almost like a split. You're literally dropping this leg down. Reach the arms up, breathe. So now, don't go so deep it hurts you. Take the opposite hand to the ground. Opposite hand of the front knee. Now rotate towards that front leg. You can let your knee drop open a little too. All right, breathe in and breathe out. And then come back center, breathe. Okay, and then come up to something called Crescent Lunge. That leg is straight behind you. Let's engage in a little bit. Step back to plank. So I'm adding all poses you already know. In plank, you want your arms right under your shoulders. You're using your abs. Breathe in, breathe out. Push back, down dog. Left leg up as far as you can go. And then step your left leg forward between your hands. And then drop your leg down, the back knee. And then come up. Good. Nice. Hip forward, shoulders back. If you want, you can reach back and grab the ankle of the back leg. If you can't, don't. It just adds a little more of a stretch. Breathe in and breathe out. Now come forward with the right hand and rotate towards that bent knee. And breathe in and breathe out. And then come back with that front leg. And you can sit all the way back on this leg now. So nice, breathe in and breathe out. Come up. And come forward to the lunge. And rotate towards the knee. Breathe in and breathe out. And then come back. So that deep belly breath I was telling you about, you can use it if you're really winded and you're in, a big, you've been running for how long? You need to catch your breath. Do 3 of those breaths. You'll be pretty surprised at how quickly you can recover. It makes a big difference. Open towards here. Good. Nice. So breathe. Now you're going to come back to something called 3-legged dog. So now I'm really testing your strength just a little bit. So you're going to lift this front leg and you're just going to come right back. Okay? Nice. Not bad, guys. Breathe in and breathe out. So jump forward and come to something called Malasana.
I can't. Are you?
So ankle mobility, groin, knees, back, Take your right hand, put it on the ground, push that right knee open, and then just rotate your whole torso. If you're on your tippy toes, it's okay. The wider your feet are, the better, actually. Right? So it's a this. Oh, my back just snapped so nicely. Okay, nice. Now go the other way, breathe. Good, and then here. Now straighten your legs, flat back forward, open your arms, and come up. Nice, and breathe in and breathe out. So step in. Now bend to the right, or your left, you can mirror me or not. And then go here, bend the other way. Can you feel that in your back? Keep your head back, head, shoulders, hip, heels in line. And then breathe in, reach around behind you and make a fist with your arms straight like this. Can you do that? Hips forward, shoulders back. Now we're gonna bend our knees and we're gonna fall forward and breathe out. And just let your arms fall over. Pretty good. Good, now bring your arms down, roll it up. Who has a watch on? What time is it? Okay, so open. So whatever foot this is, it's hot. Open it this way. So triangle is a really good pose for you guys. It gets all the muscles. We're gonna go triangle to revolve to a pyramid. That's gonna help with shin splints as well. So take your hand. So what foot do you guys have open? Your right? So take your right hand. I want you to let your hip go this way as your right hand goes this way. But you're back against that wall. So you're not breaking at the waist like I told you I don't want you to do. I want your hips forward, your shoulders back. You're gonna feel that kind of everywhere. Now bring your hand above or below your knee. Now stack that top shoulder. Breathe in and breathe out. Reach your arm up. Yeah, so this is called triangle. It's good for the groin, protects your knees, builds strength in your ankles, and it builds a lot of balance. It's a hard pose to stay in. So breathe in and breathe out and come and rotate your torso towards that front foot. And when I say rotate that torso, I want that back hip to follow. And breathe. Do a back bend.
Oh my God.
Hip forward, shoulder back. And then go forward and flat back forward. So this is called pyramid pose. Now you can stay here and just go back and forth and loosen up. Or you can work your hands all the way down to the ground and wound your nose to your knee. And flex your front foot. And breathe. Come back up and reverse. You getting it? So bend the front knee. Come back center. We're going to do wide-legged forward fold, so come flat. Breathe. If it hurts, you can bend your knees. I don't want to hurt you. I want to try and fix you. So don't be afraid to bend your knees because that helps build mobility, all right? Bring your hands to the ground, right under your shoulders. So we're going to do a twist. If it's wicked tight, you don't have to go to the ground. I want a flat back, and I want a left arm up as you stack the left shoulder over the right shoulder. Breathe. And then come back the other way, left to the right. Stack the shoulders. That should be a nice groin stretch. And breathe, switch. Yeah, your knee will pop in place. If your MCL or your LCL is out, or offline, this will snap it back in place. And then switch. Breathe. If you're yawning a lot, your body isn't used to getting all the oxygen from me yelling at you to breathe, just so that you know it adapts interestingly. So left side open. All right, you guys show me triangle. I'm gonna see. The left side, the hip hinges. Really feel that right there, hinge. Go. Breathe. Head, shoulders, back. I'll help you after if you haven't. Right? So triangle is really this. So, but I don't want to kill you, but that's ultimately your goal. Nice. Now breathe in and come and face that front leg and reach back. Breathe. And then come forward, pyramid pose. So stop where it's comfortable. You can flex that front foot and bring your hands all the way to the ground, your nose to your knee. And breathe. And then come up and swing around. All right? So, lateral lunge in. Just go left and right. Your butt is back.
I heard that one.
So my butt is way back.
Oh my God.
My butt is way back.
Oh, I heard that one.
Get wide as you can. Good way to protect your knees and to build mobility in all the lower legs, all right? So now watch. Come open and come down and twist. So this is called Skandasana. And this is one of the most recommended for any type of hockey, field hockey, regular hockey, lacrosse players. This is just a good hamstring, glute, ankle. So come up and go the other way. Breathe. Now you can be on your tippy toes or on flat heels. All right? Nice. And then breathe, come up, go the other way. 2 more times. Are you all right? Are you stuck?
Oh, I got it.
I wish I could record you guys in your faces. The more that you do it, the more that you like it, just to let you know. Because you'll be surprised how good you feel tomorrow. Good, nice. All right, so come back middle. Jump the feet together. Come back to your knees. All right, yes. So come here. So cat, cow, we did that, right? This is cat. You really arc, it's a nice stretch. Hiss out, it's called cat because you resemble a black cat, plus the cat hisses. A lot of yoga really emphasizes breathing. And then the cow, I still quite haven't figured out why this is cow. It must be something about the face and the shoulders. But we're gonna go like this, okay? So here, so hold, balance. So this builds amazing core strength. If your core is strong, it's working the way it's supposed to and you're gonna be less sore, all right? So if you guys could work 10 of these a day, you'd be very happy. You'd be much happier with how you feel and how you perform, even if you do this at home by yourself, all right? Switch sides. So switch sides just a couple of times you want. So if I went up to each and every one of you and I put a ruler or a broom or a stick on your back, from the shoulder to the heel, it would be one straight line, which is really hard, okay? So now go back to your first one. So now come in, nose to knee, and then come out and kick. And then kick your legs out, and then come back. Now watch, now come forward and bring this leg forward, and this is called pigeon. Pigeon is a pose. So pigeon is hard. I have never been able to bring my leg parallel to my knee. That's how, or my body. That's true pigeon. But I still get a great stretch with my leg at this straight angle. The pigeon is this. Your back leg is straight, and you can reach up and back, and then you can come forward and just collapse into that front hip. You don't want to aggravate your knee. You just want to stretch the hip. All right? Breathe. Can you feel it? You hate it? It's really good for hips. So step back to plank. Breathe. Go to down dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Then come forward and drop down to your hands and knees. Now we're going to do the other leg for pigeon. Okay, so left leg, right arm. Now you're going to round your nose to your knee for 1 and kick. Breathe. 2. Really feel your abs. You're rounding. It's cat. It's cow. You don't have to do it if it's awful. Come in and come out to the side. And then come in and come back. And then come forward. It's amazing what like a little fun, like that pose is so hard and really it looks, I think it would be super easy, right? So if you're having a hard time with pigeon, you can drop out to the side like this and then just work. You don't have to literally put all the weight on that front leg, but if you put all the weight, you can come there and drop. Nice, and breathe. All right, good. So now come back here. So you're gonna lay on your back, and we're gonna do hamstring stretches. But we have to do these hamstring stretches. You're gonna lay. One leg comes up, you toe tap, and come down, and switch. And come up. Opposite hand, opposite, but your head should stay on the ground. And you want to do 10 of them. 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now take your hands and bring them under your bum and come up on your elbow. And I want your arms in as tight as they can be. And I want you to arc up And then I want you to bring your head to the ground. That's called fish pose. Get that belly up in the air, really up, and bring your head back. And breathe. Can you feel that? It should feel kind of good. It's a modified back bend. So stay here for 10 seconds. Breathe. If it feels good and you want to make it more challenging, bring your feet up in the air and come back. And then you can even take your arms out and just be on your head like this. Nice. Good. And breathe. All right, so now everybody sit up. And come wide-legged. So everybody push the back of your knees to the ground. This is called quad sets. Sitting up straight. Your pelvis is tilted forward. Everybody roll your pelvis forward. And push your knees to the ground and hold. If you can't push your knees to the ground, you have tight hamstrings. You should go to YouTube and find my videos on hamstrings, because we can fix them. So can you get your knees to the ground? You guys can. You guys over there, yep. They're doing really good over there. So push, breathe, hold. Yeah, it's hard. Quad set. So quad sets protect the knees, always. You're activating vastus medialis, vastus intermedius, vastus lateralis, and the gracilis, which is the groin. And those strong protect your knees, especially with all the running and pounding that you do. Are they telling us it's time?
No, I have to go.
Okay.
I had to leave 5 minutes early. I have a meeting at the school, but I didn't want to interrupt the video.
I'll be in touch with you.
Yes. Bye, ladies. I'll see you bright and early
All
tomorrow.
right, so take your right arm and bring it to your right chin. And stack your shoulders and open. And it should be a heck of a stretch. If it's tight, you can come up higher or you can come in. But it's a really good side stretch. Now reach over and grab the toes. You can. Breathe. Now go the other way. Nice. Left shin, left arm. Breathe. Come open. Good. Nice. Now, pancake. Bring your hands. And then try to bring your forearm. And then try to bring your forehead. Nice. And then come back up. And breathe. One more. Come. Nice. Okay. So, your quads hurt. Yes? So, right above your knee, right in here, there's like an indent. That's your vastus medialis. It's right here. Can you see? Come in and rub it straight up and down with your two thumbs. Go a little lower, closer to your knee. You'll feel it when you hit it. You'll know. Can you feel it? Because you're right on it. Yeah. No?
Wait, what are we
Your trigger point. Just rub it. You'll feel. That's your vastus medialis. Rub above. It's like right above the knee. Yeah. It's like a whole.